Aloha everyone and welcome back to the CO2 Rundown. I'm your host, Chad Owens. I hope you guys all had an amazing Mother's Day weekend. It was definitely a winning one. We're going to talk more about that here shortly. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's dive on in to the CO2 Rundown. Churchill Downs suspends Kentucky Derby winner Medina Spirit's trainer Bob Baffert because an alleged failed post-race drug test. Although the trainer insists that this is false, and Medina Spirit, and you gotta love those horse racing names, Medina Spirit has never been treated with any type of steroids. I just find it odd that Bob Baffert and his stable, I guess, over the course of time has been tested positive for steroids. Other horses. The New York Times has an article about 29 positive tests coming from his stable. So it's hard not to believe that. And look, whether you're a horse and in the horse racing industry, which I know is big money, or another athlete in any other sport, that performance enhancing drugs just isn't tolerated. It's not fair to the other athletes or the other horses, hence the other trainers that are doing it the right way. So, we'll see what happens as a result of this. But as of right now, Medina Spirit's title is still pending. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully the results do come back, that it was a false positive, and they can continue to enjoy that victory. But yeah, performance enhancing drugs, there's no place in sports. Look, hey, DK Metcalf, bravo, brother. Way to step outside of, I guess, the comfort zone, cutting back against the green, I guess you would say, and ventured into a totally different world. A world that many have, prior to this race, had a lot of skepticism about a football player competing at a high track level. Well, I think he changed a lot of minds with his 10.37 that he ran at the Golden Games this past weekend. Although he didn't qualify for the Olympics, he definitely gained the respect of media, announcers, and fellow track runners in the industry. So at the end of the day, we all know DK Metcalf is a beast of a receiver. And that's proving more so now. Dude's 6'4", 235 pounds. He ran a 10.37, which is still blazing fast. So, he's gearing up and getting ready for mini camps, and he's got another football season to prepare for. But I think what he did do was maybe open the door for other opportunities for other NFL players, because there is a ton of speed out there. There's a lot of guys in the league that, are a little faster than DK Metcalf. They're track guys that could also play football. DK Metcalf's a football player that can run fast. So we'll see. But shout out to DK Metcalf, man, for stepping out and, competing at basically the highest level in a different sport. We are the champions, my friends. Look, that's what we are about to talk about right now. I got Steven Tsai, the sports guru, joining me to discuss the UH Men's Volleyball National title. We are all fired up. This entire state is going off right now. This past weekend, that's what I'm talking about, was a winning weekend. And I'm representing proudly. Congratulations to our men's volleyball team. Let's check out this interview. Steven Tsai, the sports guru. Brother, thanks for joining us.
No problem. You know what today is, right? Championship Day, Monday.
It's Championship Monday. Look, I know I see you wearing the green. I got whatever, whatever I could represent. I wish I had more, but shout out to our UH men's volleyball national champs. How does that sound to you, Steve? What does that do for you when you hear that?
Well, it's just amazing because if you look at a map and you look where Hawaii is, it's a little dot there. It's a dot on the map. So it's a big, big world. And to be a national champion that far away from the rest of the, the continental USA, man, that's a pretty impressive feat. And that team did it, and they kept chugging away, and almost had it 2 years ago. Last year just got canceled just before things got started, and then this year, it's amazing. It's an amazing journey.
Yeah, it's truly amazing, Steve. And I think the thing that impresses me the most is their ability to go from, being number one, being undefeated, and then they lose in the Big West tourney, which, a game they shouldn't have lost. And they didn't dwell on that. They didn't let that affect them. They didn't think about that. They had that one snap and clear mentality. And then it showed, they did their thing and proved that they are the best in the country.
Yeah. And losing that home game, it was just weird because it's a senior night. They've already had the senior night, but that was their last night in that arena, and there are no fans, and you have to create your own energy, and you pump up the music, and it feels kind of real, but it's not real. And so that was part of this whole team. They energized, they found their own energy and everything. And they had a lot of fans, and a lot of the fans came through. And I think at the end, Charlie said that they did it for the fans, and the fans helped them also. And I think it was kind of a very collaborative effort, even though the fans weren't there. They were there in spirit, and that really shows that the power of the spirit, I guess.
Yeah, it does. And you talk about fans. I think Hawaii does have some of the most exciting fans. I can't help but think back to when I played. Whether it's football games at the Aloha Stadium, basketball games, and volleyball. Volleyball always seemed to have been that sport for the University of Hawaii, men and women, that tremendous support, right? That Stan Sharf Arena just packed all the time. The Aloha Ball, everyone's standing on their feet. There's those little traditions when it comes to University of Hawaii sports fans that sort of can't be topped. And I just feel like this national championship, this was for all those, diehard, long time UH fans, specifically even we would dive it deeper into volleyball fans. I just love that they were able to witness this,
Yeah. And the fans did too, which really helped is in volleyball, it's men's volleyball, it's a hard deal. You have 20 plus players on your team, and you have to split the equivalent of 4.5 scholarships among all of them. That's a lot hard to squeeze into. That's like a clown car, man. Getting all the clowns in there. 4.5 scholarships spreading out. Some guys get tuition, some guys get books, some guys get nothing. And everybody on the team is paying something, even if it's a small fraction, to be on that team. And then they had the COVID year, and they said four guys can come back. One was going to be a manager. The three stars decided to come back for the extra year, and somebody had to pay for it. And the fans got together, people got together, and they ponied up money to pay for those scholarships to come back. So it was a matter of not just the players wanting to come back, not just Charlie finding a way to squeeze everything in, but the fans actually putting their money forth and saying, "Hey, we're going to support this. We're going to do this," and they got together and they helped fund bringing back these guys. And so I think everybody had a piece of this championship.
Wow. And what a way to repay, right? What a way to repay. That's amazing. I did not know that, Stephen. So and for those of you who didn't know that stat, thanks for sharing. That's an amazing, that's just a testament to our fans and how we support, our players. So,
and it's not just this sport. They've gone out and they've supported softball, baseball. They've gone out and they've helped, pay for the Logan Polson and Tyler Murray, pitcher and catcher for UH baseball team. It's not easy. It's a hard time. A lot of people have been unemployed. A lot of businesses have closed, but for people to use money that obviously they could use it in so many different ways, food, and to want to help, the University of Hawaii program. And many of them didn't even go to the University of Hawaii, and they feel it's their team and they want to help. So I think that's just a tremendous thing by Hawaii. And Charlie Wade was right. This was a championship for everybody.
That's awesome. Where do you think, where do we go from here, Stephen? What's the immediate future for the men's volleyball team? I know we're going to lose some key players that are seniors, but I definitely feel like this is going to help with recruiting. If it's, Hawaii volleyball is always a destination point, I believe, for high school athletes and international players. So what's the future?
Well, I think the future is that every day there was the number one team in the country practicing against what the coaches feel was the number two team in the country. The guys on the practice gym were, ready and able. And those guys have been tested because they're going against the starters of the number one team every day. So I think it's time for guys to grow. And while it would be great to have Gassman and Rado here forever and ever, it's time to let the young ones kind of step up and grow. And that's part of college. That's what's the beauty of college sports is you're here, you get your degree, but you also allow people to develop, and then the cycle keeps continuing. I think that's going to happen. I think they've been waiting for it. Now that they've got the championship, now they can start building on it and just start refueling it. I think that's the next step, and I think they'll be successful for a while, and just because they built the culture. And when you build a culture, that doesn't change, right?
I agree. You couldn't have said it any better, Stephen. You talk about the culture. They've got that taste of championship, national championship. We're champions. They know what it takes. Those backups, those guys that are waiting for their chance. Yeah, they're like, man, I compete against the number one team every single day, like you said, and they're waiting for their opportunity, and they want to do it. And it's that cycle. You talk about the Alabamas of the world in football, the football world, right? They've created that culture of winning, consistently being in a national championship game, consistently playing for division titles. Like that's sort of what we're going to be doing. That's what I see. We've built that momentum, and man, the future is extremely bright. And most times, a lot of colleges, Stephen, it's the football program, right? It's the basket. It's these bigger, I don't want to say bigger sports, but there's sports that just get more love in the media. Let's just be honest. But now for us, it's our volleyball team, our men's volleyball team. And I feel like that's going to create a burst of energy and momentum for all the sports. Because if you're a football player, if you're a basketball player, if you're a swimmer, water polo, whatever you do at the University of Hawaii, you feel like you're a champion as well, because you see these players on campus. You're with them. You may be friends with them. You feel like a champion as well, and you feel like, man, I want to win a baseball title, and I want to win a football title. I want, it's just going to boost the entire sports, athletic department in all teams. That's what I see.
Right. But one other thing about men's volleyball that I want to see too is I want to see the sport grow. It's great that Hawaii's got a championship. It's great that it's growing, but the sport needs to grow too. They're losing a big one. I think Stanford's dropping the program. Stanford been a historically great program, and that's the thing. You can't have schools dropping out. The sport, to be better, for Hawaii to be better in it, it has to grow. And and I think if more people play it. I know there are huge club programs and they have huge club competitions, but they got to make it a Division I program and make it grow. It's a beautiful game, and I think if it can grow, then Hawaii can be part of that, helping to foster the growth of it.
Yeah, I agree. Well, look, Stephen, man, thank you so much for your time today. You are a champion. You are a champion. I'm a champion. Hawaii is a champion, and so we definitely gonna celebrate this. We're gonna use this momentum in so many different ways. And yeah, we are the champions. All right, man. Look, thanks
Beautiful
again.
song,
Steve.
beautiful day.
That's it. Enjoy the rest of the week, brother.
All right, take care. Thanks.
Aloha. Whew, Stephen, thank you so much again, as always. And I just got to give another huge congratulations to our University of Hawaii men's volleyball team. We did it, man. Wow. National champions. That's something to be extremely proud of again. And I'm proud to say that I went to the University of Hawaii. I'm an alum, and we're gonna hang our hat on this one for many, many, many years to come. So congratulations to all the seniors as well, man. What a way to go out. Yeah, very, very exciting times for the program. And this is only gonna help with recruiting. So congrats again, guys. Continue to enjoy that. And yeah, it's a big win. I think it's a big win that we needed, that the program needed and the state needed to sort of like maybe help those that are still in a little bit of a rut because of this pandemic. This definitely was uplifting. And so thank you for taking care of business and representing Hawaii. Tim Tebow is expected to sign a 1-year contract with the Jacksonville Jaguars, but not as a quarterback. He's trying out for tight end. I guess Duval is giving him a shot to resurrect his career. And yeah, my thoughts on this are, I think Tim Tebow should have made this move while he was in his prime, while he was in the NFL. But I know his heart was at playing the quarterback position. Tim Tebow was a natural leader, as he showed, at Florida and what he did there. But his athleticism, his size, his ability to run, he was a very physical quarterback. Hence why his, short yardage game and all that was always successful. But, hey, being a former Jaguar myself, I'm kind of excited that, Tim Tebow is making a comeback. And I hope he gets, a legit shot and can go out there and showcase himself as a tight end. So I think a lot of the linebackers, they're probably looking forward to this opportunity to see how they size up against Tim Tebow, who is that Florida boy. And Tim Tebow, Trevor Lawrence, man, wow, that sounds pretty good. But anyway, hey, good luck, brother. It makes me want to sort of get going again. But anyway, that's awesome. And that is it for today's show. I want to wish you all, again, a happy Monday. Start of the week. We had that momentum from that Natty Championship over the weekend. We should all be feeling great on this Monday. Let's use that momentum. Let's, hopefully y'all starting off the week fast and furious. And again, thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you all on Wednesday.